Let's go. Actually, why don't we start by saying hi to YouTube? Hi, YouTube. Welcome. For those of you that are probably going to be watching this from YouTube, hi, welcome to the stream. I hope this actually goes well and we don't just end up failing on the first try. But hi, YouTube. I think this will be nice. Come join us. We'll probably be doing this. YouTube is lame. Hey, it is what it is, but we'll probably be doing this every Friday just to make it easier. Only bad thing is, you guys won't get any special code or anything like that during these. So, yeah, Easy. I guess you are on YouTube on this one. Anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. That's where to put it. What? Right off the bat?
何の冗談だよ。
できりゃ見せたくなかったけどな。
まさかリュウズさんのクローン。
こいつらのことは気にすんな。ババアとは違えよ。中身は空っぽだからな。
お前
Wait.
何するつもりなんだ。
決まってる。数でこじ開けてぶっ潰すんだよ。
Why do I get this like a weird feeling that this tie-in's like perfectly fine with like Echidna and like the witches and all of that, especially seeing it as to like how manipulative she's been, and it's not her own fault. It's like an animal, right? That's been pushed up against a wall or whatever, and you're just trying to claw your way out. It just feels like everything's tying in to a single plot line and it's just being driven down. Like the previous episode sort of solidified that for me, and it's like she's not a bad person. She's not a absolutely great person. It's just like she's trying to go ahead and take care of herself and take care of like what's to come, you know? It's just very pushy. But also, why did this thing appear? And that's literally my whole thought process throughout this whole entire thing. I'm just like, one, why is this thing here? And two, is it because of like Subaru talking about his like return by death so many times at the witches' tea party that it literally manifested itself outside of his body? Or like, what's going on? I hope that makes sense to you guys. Like, there's just so much to unpack on that by itself. And also with Garfield, right? This is probably one of the few times that we've actually seen Garfield be useful in a non, like, fucked up way. Like, he's actually, I don't know, taking care of Subaru and not trying to destroy him or kill him or do anything like that. And it's like taking him out of there, which is weird. Like, it's like he's not really a bad guy, but he's not really like, you know, not really like the good guy either. It's like a best friend. Yeah, it's like actually making a friend. So is it fear that activates him, or is it trauma? And that's something that I sort of picked at back in like the beginning episodes, which is it feels as though he has like a lot of the characters in ReZero feel like they have a lot of trauma, a lot of good backstory written into them. But for him specifically, it always feels like, I don't know, like what motivates him is different than what motivates others, right? So for example, people don't know what Rem is, who Rem is anymore, right? So for Ram, what is the motivator, right? Other than Roswell, which being the obvious factor, right? Like I'm a maid, Roswell, and their creepy relationship that they had. What is Roswell's motivation? Who knows, other than him being a creep and me being absolutely right since season 1. Yeah, I was killing that shit since season 1, right? So, you know, Federica seems to have some motivation in terms of like, oh, you should take this thing back into the forest where my brother is, so on and so forth. So there's always connections and stuff to be made. It's just interesting. It's really, really interesting to go ahead and see this perspective. And in attachment theory, there's always like, if you're an attachment specialist, you're always going to look at things through like what motivates you is sort of like the way that you were brought up, the attachments that you've made and why you've made them. Existentialism, on the other hand, would point out like what's motivating you is you like not wanting to die or like the fear of death in one way or another, right? So balancing these two things out, it's like, is what motivating him like, what are his attachments in general? Or like there's so many things, rabbit holes to go down into. We'll just continue. Guys, do let me know if there's an opening on this one real quick before we continue, because I kind of want to skip the opening just so that we don't get a strike automatically. No opening. Hey, this is why I love doing this live with you guys. Alright, let's continue though. Opening. Oh, damn.
愛してる
I know someone that already got goosebumps off of that, right, Trey? Ooh.
愛してる
I'm getting them too, that's why I'm like,
愛してる愛してる
うるせえ
愛してる
お前と比べるくらいなら同じ魔女でも生きドラたちの方がまだ愛せる
why would you say that? Bro,
愛
I'm
してる
questioning you so hard right now. How are you gonna get out of this?
愛してる
Like, bro,
愛してる
good job, Subaru.
あのクソ魔女
Oh no. Wait, what? That's the only way out, right? Bruh. This fucking show, I swear. Every time. F in the chat, guys.
俺が必ずお前を救ってみせる
What the fuck, guys? I swear, like, you guys are just like, oh no, it'll be fine. It's good, it's great. Go to the show. You'll be. Everything will be perfect. It'll be dandy. And this is the first thing we walk into, right? First off, why is that Amelia? Like, straight up. Oh, so before I get into that, two big things that popped up, right? And it's sort of the translation, and this is where we can get into it. And for those of you that are like, damn it, he's stopping it. For those of you that already know, you guys know I stop all the time. I analyze everything. And you guys will probably see it more since it's live. First off, like, this whole translation, and I guess this is a very good portion of like the narrative perspective of things, right? From changing into I love you to love me. Big difference. Also, Subaru, what the fuck are you thinking? Like, you can't just, like, you're literally up against someone that killed Garfield like a twig. And you're just like, yeah, no, I'll be fine. I'll go ahead and say it. Like, no. Yeah, exactly. They said the Rizio would be fun. They said it would be great. No, this is some good traumatizing work up in here. But yeah, so like, let's look at the narrative perspective, right? It's like, if you're so infatuated with someone that they told you that they love somebody else, what would drive you to do that, right? Like, would you kill them? Would you try and like hold them in? And also, what are her, like, this is now bringing up a whole like escalated thing. Is this a Satella? And she's so infatuated with Subaru that her schema is literally like, love me or else? Like, you're talking about like supposedly the strongest witch that took out the other witches is like behaving like a little schoolgirl with like two different personalities, right? Which one of them is like the complete destroyer that like everyone's brought up, and the other one's like this like little high school girl that's like, love me, love me, love me, love you, love me, all of this. So like, yeah, well, what's going on? This show is deep. This show is really deep, and she does look exactly like Amelia. And like, I know people were joking around about that in the comments, like in the previous episode. They were like, "Oh yeah, no, it's fine." Like, you know, they never said exactly that, like that she looked like Amelia, but that looked exactly like Amelia. So, um, yeah, I mean, it's rough, but like, I know a lot of you guys wouldn't mind Amelia probably saying that to you guys, but like, that's like, if someone's going off the deep end, that's a big attachment red flag. And oh God, please no. Suicide is not. I take that back. Suicide is not the only way, guys. And thanks to you, I'm gonna actually have to put like a crisis hotline number on the YouTube video or something. Please seek out help if you guys are having any deep thoughts. Thank you so much, Bob. Yeah, no. Please seek out help if you guys are having any issues like that. That was actually really, really well timed. The national hotline number for suicide prevention will be down. Yeah, great job, y'all caught me on that one. 10 out of 10. All right, shall we continue, y'all? Let's go ahead. Oh God, yeah. How do you even? Do you see her the same or do you not? That's such a big context for that.
何震えてんだ。
Oh, you woke up differently this time.
私
Oh, maybe
さ
not.
っきまで
Never mind.
そんなに辛そうな顔しているの？
Okay, we're making progression and degression. Sadly.
嫌な目をするわね、バルス。
妙な勘繰りはやめろ。
仕方ないわね。
悪いな。助かる。
柏10個でいいわ。
多いだろそれ。
So really quick, what was so different that caused Amelia to actually pass the trial? Like, considering all her other runs, she was completely failing. Like, is it just the fact that he went through this specific? Yeah, exactly. What are you thinking, Barisu? Like, or not pass the trial, but like stay composed. Is it like watching Subaru just break down that kept her composed? Like, yeah, that's sort of what I'm meaning to. Is like, because in which case, like, does one need to go ahead and like, I don't know. What I've been saying essentially is like she needs a lot of moral support inside of the chamber for her, you know. And yeah, no, that's a smart thing. Sometimes who hasn't done something like that where you've supported someone because they were like breaking down, even you yourself that were on the verge of breaking down. I've done that. I'll put my hand up. So that makes sense. That totally makes sense, and that's a realistic attribute. You know, that's a very, very realistic attribute that I think at some point in our lives we've all done in one way, shape, or form. Like, it's just being very, very empathetic, and if anything, like, it sort of shows that side for her. And I wonder if that would help her as well as like, sort of that extreme empathy and whatnot. But also something that I was questioning before I got sidetracked by that, because I was just like, that's adorable. Ram, is she following Roswell's orders completely to a T, or is she doing it for her own volition? And if so, why? And that's just something that's been on my mind, because you know how close she is to Roswell, but like my mind is constantly spinning, and it's like, what is that like? Like, we should ask Graham. We should definitely ask Graham. We should ask her what's up with that. Anyway. Butterfly design? Alright, blind me while you're at it, please. That Ryuzu? Thanks, Subaru. You're asking my question. Wait a minute. Echidna is sealed, right? Yes or no? I'm looking through the chat. Yes or no? Echidna is sealed, right? Or her spirit is sealed, or something like that. Why would someone have so many empty dead clones that you would use to explode? Bruh, this writing. Oh. What if, and this is just my big thing, why would you preserve something? Think about it. Why would you preserve something? Big brain time. Tinfoil hat time. Let's go. Why would you preserve something? Why would you have so many clones? Why would you have so many things? Why would you focus yourself? Like, if you were sealed up in any other way, shape, or form, why wouldn't you just do it into a way that was like significantly easier, other than putting a specific set of trials unless you're trying to achieve something? My tinfoil hat. Where's it at? Oh, I threw it away. Damn. My imaginary tinfoil hat right now is pointing that this trial is not what we think it is. This trial is not just a simple, like, let down the barrier. Yeah, sure, that may be a part of it. But there's the bigger plan at play. There's a lot bigger. Yeah, the tinfoil hat mark, too. Yeah, well, I would make clones to continue watching anime, too. But, like, it makes sense that, like, someone would focus in on something like this only if the end goal was to, like, I don't know, like, you know, like that change body position thing that, like, Goku does? Not Goku, was it? It was Captain Ginyu. Where, like, they just, like, kept, like, jumping shit. Like, someone as smart as Echidna would not let something like this go by. She is so smart, so manipulative in a good way that I think she's probably, like, 4 or 5 chess moves ahead, right? Yeah, with multiple moving pieces and everything, they're just smart. This is so smart. However, I think she might be a 5D chess player. I think this might be one of those, like, you know how I keep mentioning it throughout the episodes, like, there's 5D chess players? So, like, this might be one of them. I know, I just compared Echidna to Captain Ginyu. Not the best reference now that I think about it, but, alright, let's go ahead and continue. Aww.
まがいものとしてわしを見る目が変わるかい？
わかんねえ。
I mean, do they each have their own personality, or are they just blank? Real questions here.
スーボーは優しいの。わしら複製体の肉体は術式で生み出した疑似的、すなわち魂。リューズメイエルの肉体に彼女自身を注いで満たす。体が朽ちかけるたびに新しく器は増え続けておる。マナでできた体じゃ。生きるのに資源を必要とせんのがせめてもの救いじゃがな。
茶は飲んでるみたいだけど。こ
れはわしの趣味じゃ。長生きの間に獲得した個性の一種じゃよ。
So how long are their lifespans? Guys, this is like not even like 5 head. This is like not even like alpha, like sigma. This is like omega brain level stuff. Like, Echidna must have thought of like 1,001 possibilities that would happen, like, in the moment that, like, there was a threat or that she needed to go ahead and, like, transfer. Granted, it might not have worked perfectly, at least that's according to what they're saying, but still, like, yeah, right? This is like an omega brain moment. This is amazing. This is absolutely, like, one of those moments where I'm just, like, taken back because the sheer manipulation of, like, what they need to go ahead and do, like, to get certain stuff done is like, or like for things to fall into place, it's like so distinct. And it has to follow a certain pattern. So, ooh. Also, that's just sad. Now that you're hitting that, like, Emilio will live way longer than Subaru. Ugh. First off, dealing with like someone passing away is already hard, but then like, I wonder how she'd take it if they're even in good terms, because you guys know more than I do. Clearly, some of you guys are like novel readers and whatnot, so.
あんな思いは二度としたくない。
スバル、こんなところで何してるのって、そんなはちゃめちゃに驚かれるとすごくびっくりしちゃうじゃない。
はちゃめちゃって興味聞かねえな。
What's she doing out here too? Oh.
心配されるようなことしてない。
Never mind.
大丈夫だよ。
She is cute, though. I'll give her that, Crave.
言えただけ。
Aww.
どれだけ俺の言葉が力になるかはわからねえけど、俺の気持ちは言葉にするよ。エミリアなら大丈夫だ。きっとやってくれる。
Aww. Adorable.
俺は君の味方だ。
ありがとう。
He does look a little dead inside, but
勇気がもらえた。
but then that's just hitting on exactly like a perspective that I have is like, there comes a point when you try and help someone, right? And if your own worries outweigh theirs, you have like a set line of responses to go through and help them. But I don't know how to put it. Like, it's as though he's genuinely trying to empathize, but at the same time, he's trying to grasp a larger than life situation that's happening all at once. Because I know I would probably be trying to do that. I would probably be like, holy shit, I just learned something I probably shouldn't have. And now there's this cute individual out here that, like, I get to comfort and talk to. I hope that makes sense. But also, yeah, no, cultural barriers. And this is actually really interesting that, like, they're addressing that in the show, are language barriers. Like, it is a thing, especially when you're trying to hit on someone, you're trying to, like, flirt with someone, and, like, it comes off as offensive to them, and you're like, what, that's not what I mean at all. So interesting that they actually put, like, real life scenarios in there where it happens. I know it's happened to me. It's happened to a lot of people. Even Brady-kun. It's happened to everyone. So, bro. Yeah, like, we haven't seen this fuck up once already. Please. When will you learn? Boy!
行こう、パトラッシュ。たとえ消える世界、置き去りにしてしまう世界だとしても、エミリアに悲しい顔を
Like, at least talk to the person directly. You don't even have to say why, you just say you gotta go to the mansion and get something. Damn. Nothing can go wrong. No red flags here. Damn.
何度でも試す。それが俺だけの価値なんだから。
Oh, great. Now you got Garfield on your ass, too. And it's a Monday.
そのためだと思ってるけどな。
Nice. Nice. Bro, you wouldn't even know.
知ってるよ。地獄なら知ってる。
Oh, I got fucking goosebumps. Whoa. Oh. So adorable.
助かった。多分ペトラの意図とはちょっと違った形だけど。
本当に私スバルのお役に立てた？
ああ、命拾い。微妙に正確じゃないけど、そんな感じに助かった。よかった。
Petra, give us a hand. Just one though.
わかった。ペトラの初デートの相手になれるのも光栄だし、気合い入れとく。
約束だからね。それじゃあ私準備してきます。
また必ずこの約束をしような。
いい子ですわね。
ああ。レムとペトラ、それにパトラッシュとお前自身のこと頼んだぜ。俺もできるだけ早く合流するから。
ベアトリス様を交え。
Well, why do I feel like shit's about to go wrong as well? Like, red flag triggered. Is there a full moon out? Here, nay.
いずれにせよ皮肉な話かしら。長い長い契約の終わり。終わりの終わりを終わらせて、ベティは今度こそ解放されるのよ。もっとも。
How do you play it this time, Super? Please.
その相手がお前になるのは、ベティにとっても皮肉すぎる結末かしら。
Oh, let's go. No! 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 Ah, that's... Damn. What an ending. What an ending, y'all. What a way to just, like, touch on that. What a cliffhanger, right? Oh, Beko's just wonderful. Like, that's probably the best way that I can put it. Damn. Okay, so a couple things I kind of want to touch on, right, is for him to go ahead and say that, that's a lot, especially to Garfield, be like, I know what hell looks like. Like, you don't know what it comes to. It's like him actually starting to get that, how do I put it? That level of, like, it's not badassery or chadry, but it's like him actually, I don't know how to put it, like, him actually being able to, like, step up to the plate and, like, own what he's going to do and own what he's going to say. One thing that I'm worried about is that he's also not opening up, right? And this is one of my biggest things. Every time he's been successful, it's been with the help of others. It's like, in a weird way, it's by the power of friendship. But when Otto asked a question, it's like, why wouldn't you trust him? You know, he's been such a good dude the entire time. He even called, like, you know, he called you a friend. Like, let's be real with that. Like, that is, that's a lot. But, oof. If I can say anything, Like this was such a interesting episode, just in terms of the dynamics between everyone. Seeing how everything sort of related to one another and how things went like 0 to 100 real quick. And now that we kind of find out what Echidna's real goal was when building the facility, that's big. And that was mind blowing for me because it assumes a lot of things. She's such a she's such a big brain player that I just can't even take it. You know, I just don't like. It feels as though he shoulders a lot of these responsibilities by himself, and I don't know how else to put it other than like when he's always able to help like others and be able to like share some of his experiences with others, it seems to work for his benefit. Like at the end of the day. But anyway, I think for YouTube, that'll be pretty much it. That's all they're going to get to see. You guys want to say goodbye to YouTube? Those of you that are on the chat before we continue on with our stream. Bye, YouTube. Thanks so much. Practice some self-care. Love y'all. Power of friendship. Remember that. Practice some self-care. Bye, YouTube. I'm going to let you guys just scroll down. Spam it. Spam it in the chat. See you guys next time. Be safe.